What's good? What's good? It's your main man Kelly L back with another episode of TST TV, the struggling trader. And who was the struggling trader? Me, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it all real with you. I ain't even gonna fake it. But look, I got a special guest, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When I seen his content, he surprised me. I had to reach out to him and reach for them jewels for real, cause he definitely got some game to drop. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm not even gonna even hold this thing up even further because I'm excited. I'm excited as hell. I really feel like this dude got something to say. Let him go ahead and get it off his heart. And I know he's gonna be as authentic as possible. So I want to go ahead and introduce to y'all my main man, Sam. What's good
What's
with it,
going
man?
What's going on? What's going on? Nothing much. Excited to be here.
Man, no question, man. I came across a lot of your content, and I peeped that you trade a lot of ways that other traders trade. Meaning, uh, you do futures, right?
I do forex. I do forex, but I do indices. I think a lot of people that do futures do indices.
Gotcha.
Like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. But it's also like the form of trading that you do, where you got stop loss, entry. You know what I'm saying? Like all trades got an entry. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
let's say like me, I do like binary options majority, and you really ain't got a stop loss on that. You don't.
Yeah.
There is no stop loss. It's a time type thing going on, but this ain't about what I do. You know, I really want to know more about your journey though, man. Authentically, because I know you didn't have some rough patches before you got to where you at today. So, my first question is, how did you even get into day trading?
I got into day trading because I grew up playing sports my whole life. Athlete, I always pictured myself making it to the big leagues, professional. I wanted to go to the NFL. Because I love the game, but then I also wanted, to be impactful to the people around me. So financial freedom was always something that was at the forefront of my mind. Lo and behold, I was a junior in college when I kind of decided, yeah, I'm not gonna make it to the league. So I kind of put the cleats down. And that same year, I had a friend of mine that I had went to elementary school with. He was in the IML at the time, and for those that know, the IML was what it was. It's no longer in existence, but he kind of had his foot in trading as well. So he showed me a week where he made $60,000, and I actually was a part of his group while he did it.
Dang.
And he showed me 60 bands cash, and he was 21 years old. My life was changed because I mean I know a lot of people say they don't come from nothing, but when you talk about bottom level traders, I mean like that's me. Like when I would hang out with him and he would order two pizzas from Pizza Hut for $40, I'd be like, damn, you rich. Like I
Right.
ain't ain't grow up before nothing like that. So I mean just seeing what he was able to do, even with a skill that he had not fully mastered.
Right.
I won't say it was luck, but he no longer trades now. But in that moment, it kind of let me know like, hey, if you take this serious, yeah, the NFL or professional sports didn't work, but you might still be able to, achieve a type of financial freedom that you've always wanted. So I kind of just I dove in head first, like most people, gambling,
Mm-hmm.
signals channels, just trying to get rich quick. And that first year and a half was just pure hell, just losing money. And you start seeing like, hey, this ain't as easy as I thought. And a lot of these people that's supposed to be on top,
Right.
they not as successful as they claim to be because I'm following them and I'm doing nothing but losing.
Mm.
So shortly after that, I was about to quit. I came across a trader at the time who introduced me to order flow, which is smart money concepts.
Mm.
And it basically put a whole new, it basically is like a whole new literacy. It's completely deviating from how most retail quote unquote traders trade as far as support, resistance,
Right.
EMAs and indicators and
Right.
man-made stuff. It is more so like a strategy based off market algorithm, order blocks, fair value gaps, liquidity, and things like that. And I can honestly say that that made my whole trading journey do a 180. And yeah, I've been rocking with it, grinding it out myself
Mm-hmm.
with the foundation that was built in, and come a long way. Still got a long way to go.
Man, you just said a whole lot right there. Like facts. Like especially when you talking about order flow. Now I peep your handle say order flow is king, and I'm heavy on VSA, which has something to do with order flow. You know what I'm saying? But it may be some similarities and some differences, but it's all dealing with value. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah. All right,
Oh,
but
that what you mean
go
by
ahead.
value?
Value,
Oh, volume?
volume. Okay, yeah,
Got you.
yeah.
No, no, no. You good? You good? I thought you
Nah,
said value.
nah,
Value.
nah, nah, nah. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
excuse my slang and my twang, man. That thing.
yeah.
I
Good.
done been
Good.
in multiple places of the earth, and you know when you dealing with people, you get to pick up their dialect and stuff. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so man, I might sound a little southern sometime, but nah, I'm stone cold Midwest, born and raised. But nah, all right. So who would you say had like an influence on your trading style or your philosophy when it comes to trading?
I'd probably say ICT. ICT and smart money, they kind of go hand in hand. A
Mm,
lot of people say ICT got its stuff from smart money. Some people say smart money derived from ICT stuff. I don't know. I just know when I got introduced to ICT's concepts, I kind of dove deep into a lot of his content. And I will say a lot of the content is very thick, it's very dense.
right.
Um, you might watch a video for an hour and 30 minutes and only really get like 5 minutes of substance because he likes to talk a lot. But I kind of sifted through that and his terms and
Mm,
his models and stuff like that. I kind of extracted them and was just practicing them every single day on US 30 until I finally got the hang of it myself and you know was able to um be like this works and this doesn't. Okay, this works for this time and this doesn't. This is not always true. This is only true a portion of the time.
right.
A lot of people say it takes 10,000 hours to master something. I'll probably put in 20,000 hours over the course of 2-3 years because it's all I really wanted to do was day trade. So it'd be days where I'm up at 7 a.m. watching candles up until market close, day in and day out. A lot of people want to day trade, but a lot of them don't really know the dedication that it takes to actually master something. Day trading is a professional. It's a professional endeavor.
It
Just
is.
like just like basketball or football. When they talk about Steph Curry and how his jump shot is so pure, he's in
Right.
the gym shooting thousands of shots a day. He developed
Thousands.
that over time.
Yeah.
So how do you think you can master something doing less work than he's doing? In your particular field. So um, it took a lot of
Can't.
time, and I would say I feel like God actually blessed me with a community before I was even profitable. I definitely say that. I developed an eye
Mm,
for the market before I even had the discipline to trade it myself. But I
yeah.
could tell you what to do. Hey, about these buys here, these buys there, and yeah, I had a community like 100 deep with no social media presence whatsoever, just
That's
pure
what's
word
up.
of mouth
That's
and
what's
work.
up.
Pure, that's how I know it's God, because like pure word of mouth and work. I had no social media presence. I never posted a Ferrari, not a penthouse, not a chain, nothing. But
Yeah.
just off of work and the eye that I developed for the market, people would kind of flock in and want to learn or want to follow trade setups and things like that. So I'll say that's how. As far as big influencers, it was ICT, kind of being able to take that, digest what I needed, and then spit out the rest and go from there.
Got you. Got you. ICT. Yeah, I'm definitely familiar with the inner circle trader. Hey,
Yeah,
he be going off.
yeah, I know. If you ever heard him, 99% of what he talking about is not nothing to do with the chart.
Right. But I love it though. Cause it's
Yeah.
that fire he got in him. And it's
Mhm.
like that's that fire you gotta have in you to even what's the word I'm looking for? To even succeed in this stuff. You
Yeah.
gotta have that fire in you. You don't have to be vocal about it, but just to be able to sit here and like what's the word I'm looking for, man? Pick this stuff apart till there ain't nothing left on the bone. Man, I'm not saying that he got it all figured out, but he got some pretty good concepts that are worth looking into.
For
Whether
sure.
if you're a ICT, ISS, they got so many different types of trading styles, man.
Yeah.
It's it's wild. It's cold though, but yeah, he definitely worth looking into. All
Sure.
right, so I'm trying to think of my next question, right? Because I don't really want this to be based off how much a person has made, right? But you don't have to say how much it was. But do you remember your biggest trade and how did you feel?
Biggest trades. I normally have made a lot of my profit. Well, it's been I'd say probably 45K. I'd say 45K. I more so have been trying to strike a level of consistency. Um,
Mm,
so being able to sustain it. Being able to sustain is probably the hardest part of trading full time. Um, I've had 10K months. I've had 2K months, right?
mm-hmm.
But I got a son and I got bills, and I'm all by myself. I kind of
Facts.
jumped, I kind of jumped off that ship into this full time late 2023 fall. It was a situation where it was just me, and I had never to that point in time even saved a full month's rent before. I was a year and a half out of college, 2 years out of college, so I jumped off, and by the grace of God, I haven't clocked in since. But I'd be lying if I say that the success is linear. Like when people say, "Oh, what's your biggest trade?" Man, the biggest trade or the biggest month, it's not really what the priority ever is going to be in trading, because to be honest, it's about your character. I mean, a character get you in rooms and keep you there. I mean, that's as simple as I can put it. Right? You can go from rags to riches, but if you don't have the character, then you will go back to rags. It's inevitable. We're looking
Mm.
at a field to where 97 to 98% of people fail.
Fail.
Um, a futures prop firm released their statistics for their challenges in 2024. They had 100,000 traders sign up. 97,000 of those traders failed.
Mm.
3,000 of those traders made it to their first payout, and only 1,000 of those traders were able to sustain profitability. And out of those 1,000, only 100 were good enough for them to actually a book to where the firm copies their trades. So you're looking at less than 1% of people that are actually able to do this at an effective level long term. And the culprit is always going to be consistency, because learning how to trade is easy. You can sit down under a good mentor for 5 or 6 months, you're going to pretty much have it.
Mm.
Mastering yourself is where people lose it, because it's you have to go against your human nature every single day. You have to
Every
be you have to
every
be a
single day.
professional at it. You have to be a professional at it. You have to be professionally, emotionally sound, and that is by far, I think, one of the hardest things, especially when you don't come from money, because when you have those days where you lapse in judgment or you mess up, that could set you back weeks. And getting
Yeah.
set back weeks could set you back months, especially when you don't just have somebody, here's 5,000, put that back in there.
Yeah.
Or, here, let me give you this loan. Like, nah, I come from people credit scores 400. We're not getting no proof for no loans. We're
Right.
not giving handouts. Um, so it was always like do or die for me. But biggest trade, I'd say biggest trading day, probably like 6 or 7K. I've done 10K in the week before.
Yeah.
Um, but again, I'd be lying if I said it was always just up, because like, when you have bills and you're doing it full time, you have to take into account your responsibilities. If I have $3,000 a month in bills and I have a 10K month, cool, I'm good for that month. But let's say the next month I break even. That 3K in bills still coming out. And then
Mm.
let's say next month I make 2K. Well, now I'm behind, you know what I'm saying? So, um, all in all, when I tell people about trading, the first thing that I kind of lead with is um, your character comes first and the results follow. And that's
Mm.
that's pretty much how it goes. It's not even about mastering the skill set or the strategy. Well, obviously you want to have a good skill set because that's what
Right.
gets you in the door. But after that, it's the character that sustains it. And if you don't have character, I've seen traders make 60K in a year. I mean 100K in a year, 150,000. I knew a handful of traders back when I first started that I looked up to that's doing credit repair now.
Mm.
They done moved into a whole different fields, because
Yeah.
you can't fake this. You can never fake it. You can try to fake it,
Right.
and you
But
can
it only
tell when people are faking it.
yeah,
But
and it only lasts for so long if you do.
yeah, it's a lot of people that they. I'm not saying any names, but there's
Right.
been an epidemic of traders that they have gotten rich off the idea that they can trade. So
Mm.
selling a fabricated lifestyle that they present to you was created off trading in order to get a following that is paying them. Um, and in
Mm.
this day and age, when people actually they believe everything that their eyes see and they never really research or critically think, it's very easy. I could tell you how to do it. You want to know how to, want to know how to make a quick 100K? Go right now to Florida. Take a picture in front of Ferrari that's not yours. Go to a hotel. Maybe you go into somebody else's hotel. Take a picture up top on the
Right.
penthouse. Post like 3 or 4 demo accounts that you up 60, 70 bands. Um, Advertise that for probably 2, 3 weeks. Run ads.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I'm about to teach you what I did to get this. $500 a month. You generate 50, 100 heads in there. Boom, you do the math. Boom, now all of a sudden you done sold people a course that you probably just got off YouTube. You got people subscribing to, a channel where you just using basic either supporter resistance or Fibonacci levels
Right.
to call out trades, and boom, there you go. You
You know what's crazy,
It's
bro?
crazy. It's crazy out here. Now all of a sudden you become an influencer. So now brokers are reaching out to you to
Right.
get people under you to sign up with your broker. So now you're getting paid off signups and lot sizes.
Right.
There's so many traders that because they have a big following, the broker will say, "Hey, Kelly L, bro, every single sign up you get, we'll give you this much money, and not to mention every trade that they place of live capital, we'll cut you a percentage of that fee." So if a guy comes in and let's say he pays $1,000 in fees trading because he got a nice account in a couple days, boom, we'll give you half of that. So that's 500 off every open position of that one person. So now you got that. Then you got prop firms that come in and are like, "Hey, you have a big following. We'll make you an affiliate marketer for us." So now you don't create 3 streams of income without ever even being competent on a chart. It's 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 an epidemic, but and
You
that, and
know
that can
what's
make it hard.
you know what's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like I hate to even say it, but that idea sounds genius. You
It
know what I'm
is. I
saying?
can't be
Cause
mad if people gonna fall
right,
for
you
it.
exactly. Like you can't even be mad, But it's like, dang, I hate to see me personally. I have a moral compass, and I don't like misleading people.
Yeah,
I don't.
exactly.
But when you're doing it like that, you know you intentionally. I mean, your intentions is to, self-preservation. For you
Yeah,
to put something in yours because you was down on your ass, probably outside somewhere.
yeah.
But to come up with that idea and go from literally rags to riches, I don't know.
Bro.
I guess it all depends on if it's worth it to you. You know what I'm saying? If it's worth being called a scammer in the end,
Yeah, it
you
depends
know?
on your moral compass heavily because at the end of the day, you're gonna get a following, but you never know what type of effect that you misleading these people could have.
Right.
Um, because a lot of people, especially the least of us, we dream. We all want the American dream. We all want to come up. We all want to make a certain amount of money. We want to take care of our families, and a lot of us are willing to sacrifice way past what we should to get that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm following somebody, if I'm blind and I'm following somebody that's blind, the good book says when the blind follow the blind, they both end up in the ditch. So at
Mm.
the end, you gonna get your harvest, but then I'm also gonna suffer from it. You don't know if a person is taking out their last dollar to follow you. You don't know if a person is sacrificing their mortgage money or their rent money to follow you. Or you don't
Yeah.
know if somebody's car got repoed and now they trying to do everything they can to come up. And you don't know what you're talking about. So they following you and not seeing results. And you could care less because they already paid you. And I think that's really where that needle lies. Um, I think when people do stuff like that, it's disingenuous. I mean, there was a situation a couple last year sometime. Somebody I knew was promoting a prop firm that was doing instant accounts. Basically, you didn't have to pass; you could just
Mm.
pay to pass, and they give you an account. But this prop firm was a Ponzi scheme. They were
Mm.
pulling from the fees of people paying to pay people out. Once
Right.
people stopped signing up, they stopped paying people out. And this man was continually pushing this firm that had traders in my group haven't not having got paid out for months. And I know what it's like to not have. So I have people in my group that's like, I'm due for a payout in late September. Okay, October come and goes, no payouts. Why am I waiting a month? November come and goes. Okay, no payout. Why am I waiting a month? Hopefully it come by Christmas because I spent 4,000 to get that account passed and funded, and I don't got nothing left. And they owe me 8,000, but they not paying me. Christmas come and go, nothing left.
Man.
January, and then all of a sudden in February the thing shut down. And I'm like, dog, you knew they wasn't paying out 6 months ago, but you're an affiliate. So now you got a fee for every single person that signed up. And they're paying you out. They may
Yeah.
not pay 60 people out, but they'll pay you out because you're a mouthpiece. And I'm like, bro, this whole game is dirty. That's why I don't associate with any trader at all. Not one. Not one. No, I don't network. None of that because it's hard to find people with genuine hearts. And
Yeah.
for me, I mean, you kind of gotta lead with that because this game will already take a lot from you. I mean, just learning, even if you do it right, it can take a lot from you. So the last
Dang,
thing you
bro.
really need is somebody trying to get over on you too. The market's gonna teach you enough. I'm trying to tell you, the market will
Yeah.
punish you enough.
But
You don't
then
need.
to have to worry about getting the money because you came in for the money, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And then to know that you not getting that money?
Yeah,
What?
crazy.
Man,
Break
I
it'll
ain't
break
gonna.
your heart.
Bro, you just said a whole. I'm telling you, you keep saying a whole lot. Enough to. It's really blowing my mind. Like this is genuine.
Yeah,
Like I'm dead serious. Like I've been trading for 4 years, and I'm hip to the whole scamming part that these people are taking people's money and not paying out. That's the only concept I really kept in my mind. But to hear how you just broke it down, man,
yeah,
bruh,
I've seen it.
bruh,
I've seen it.
yeah, I ain't never been that close to somebody to know
Yeah,
those ends like that or even think about them ends. That's crazy, bruh. That's cold.
it is. It is. It is. Especially a lot of that was going on in Miami, and a lot of it got exposed because when I came in, those were all people that everybody looked up to. Oh, this guy, that guy, that guy. They all fall off. Some of them fall off. They come to Jesus. They find God, and then they come back and start exposing things. They start exposing things that they was doing. This withdrawal was fake. This broker was fake. These demos were fake. This was all demo. I was an affiliate. I was making 15K a month, but I was advertising like I made 100K a month. Like it's all fake. And now they come back after they lost it all, trying to regain credibility, you know. And it's like, bro, I mean, it could work, but at the same time, it's like, bro,
Right.
you
So
realize,
so let me go ahead and ask this question because you just said a whole lot when it comes down to the prop firm, to the prop firms. Excuse me. So my question is this, right?
yeah,
Even though after what you just said, I know there are. I'm not even gonna say I know because in order for you to know, you have to have at least experienced it. So I hate to say I
mhm,
know, but I believe that there are prop firms out here that you put your money into it, you get paid. So considering that there are some out here that do pay, right?
yeah.
When it comes down to talking to a beginner about trading, which one would you tell them to start with? A prop firm or a
Yeah, yeah.
self-funded account?
So prop firms are legitimate. There's probably five prop firms I can give you right now that are 100% real. But again, everybody loves money. So prop firms have become, for some companies, an umbrella
Mm,
to start scamming. I say in the last year or so, we saw so many prop firms pop up,
mm,
last for 6 months, get everybody's money, pay out a few. Once that liquid dried up, they would shut down. Because to start a prop firm, again, it's the same thing that traders do with scamming. You can pay somebody $20,000, $30,000. They'll set you up a website. They'll get you a broker. They'll get you everything you need. You could start a prop firm called Kelly L's Prop Firm right now with 20, 30,000.
mm.
Boom, you do that, create a social media page, buy your followers, buy your engagement, run a few ads, you know, get some traders with communities to promote you to their communities,
Mm-hmm.
give them a cut. So now all of a sudden, let's say 100K costs $500. You run a sale, oh, first account, 50% off. That's $250. You get 100 signups. Boom, that's $25,000 right there. That's pretty much everything you paid to start. Now you at break even off your first 100 signups at 50% off. Now
Right.
you get a cycle of people that come in 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. Boom, you up 100 bands, 200 bands. And
Bro,
what
you
you
done
got to
did some
do is,
extensive research on this, bro.
nah, I've been in this game been my life since I left college. I've come across more traders. I probably have more knowledge and more experience than most traders do because this is all I've done. I've
Yeah.
had a community since 2021, so
Yeah.
I've seen traders come and go. I've paid attention to the game. Paid attention to the space. I've seen how they operate, and a lot of these fly by night prop firms will pop up. They get a bunch of money off those fees that it takes to take the challenge. So they get in the bag off that, knowing that 90% of people are going to fail that. At
Yeah.
$500 a pop, $600 a pop, $700 a pop, they bringing that in. The few traders that do make it to profitability, they pay them out. But at the point where those signups stop exceeding what the profitable traders are withdrawing, now they got to start denying payouts. Hey, we only brought in $20,000 revenue this month, but we have $30,000 in payouts to pay.
Right.
We got to find a way to deny 60 of these. Oh, you used an illegal VPN. Oh,
Right. Right.
you didn't hold your trade for 2 minutes. You
Right.
did. So now they start making arbitrary rules.
Nitpicking.
And then eventually, once they can no longer sustain it because Trustpilot's catching up to them, people are opening cases. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's like, all right, we got to disappear. Boom, we gone. We got our bag. We out of here. There's so many prop firms that do that, still try to do that, and it's sad. But hey,
That's
you just got to have a real good spirit of discernment in this space, and you got to be able to read and definitely make sure you get just make sure you have guidance before you just sign up and do something
right.
because you could throw your money away in a heartbeat. Again, because
Man.
trading is so enticing to anybody. You can sell somebody a dream that they can be rich, and these people are willing to just jump in. So
Yeah.
yeah, prop firm. There are some prop firms that do that, but then there's also very legitimate prop firms that, to my knowledge, have never done anything shady in their life,
Right. Right.
during their span. So
So
yeah,
if I so me coming to you as a beginner, you would say,
Mhm.
you know what, go with a prop firm before you do a self-funded account.
I would advise you to start with a small account first. If you
A
can't,
small self-funded account.
yeah, if you
Got
can't manage $300, you can't manage 30,000. You know,
right.
if you can't grow a $500 account to $1,000, in however long it take you two,
Right.
three
Right.
weeks or a month, then you're not gonna be able to manage $100,000 account.
Mm.
Um, and that just goes back to the principle of your character comes first. You use small accounts to develop your character, and then when those opportunities come, it's just gonna be natural. But if your character is not developed through small accounts or through taking the proper steps, and you're just trying to jump to the big stuff, you're not gonna be able to manage the big stuff, and you're gonna be out that cash. A 200K account is $1,000 for most firms. 500, 100K is 500 plus for most firms. So
Mm.
I say before you go take that big jump where you're not guaranteed nothing, how well you can manage your small funds.
Yo.
With what you have,
Yo.
consistency, discipline.
Man. Hey man, we gotta switch vibes real quick because that was this 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 has been deeper than what the hell I thought it was gonna be. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah,
This is
nah,
this is this is way deeper than what I thought it was gonna be, bruh. But I'm glad that you know what I'm saying we connected and we getting this information now. 'Cause this is the information age. It's been the
yeah,
information
yeah, yeah.
age. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes,
I
sir.
don't think nobody's gonna get it as clear as how you just put it on wax.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, so
but we gonna dial down a little bit, and I want to get
yeah,
to as you as a trader. You know what I'm saying? You as a trader, right?
yes, sir.
How do you handle losses?
Um, it's an ongoing process. I would say most of the time I handle losses pretty well. I feel like I have unwavering faith in a lot of my setups, and when I take a trade, I never expect to lose. If I do lose, I'm cool with that because there's always another opportunity, always another setup. Um, but again, putting the aspect of realism into it, there are times where, like I said, you have to be this way all the time in order to see longevity. So if there is anything in your outside life that, is causing you emotional stress
Mm,
or instability, that can single-handedly, you know, cause you to try to overcompensate on the charts. And that's what happens to a lot of traders too. You have to be able to separate real life from the charts. So yeah, your baby mom made you mad, or yeah, you in the court case for this, that, and the third, or your job tripping, or this, that, and the third. It could be a whirlwind of problems in your real life, to where on that particular day, maybe you do lose and you get triggered. Now all of a
Right.
sudden you're trying to overcompensate, or make up for it on the charts, and boom, all of a sudden you done again undid last 2 3 days of work or a week's worth of progress. So that that psychology comes into effect day in and day out, because crazy part about trading is ain't nobody gonna stop you. There's nobody gonna stop you from doing anything you'd want to do. If you
Can't.
got 10K in an account and your rule is okay, if I lose 500 I'm done,
Mm-hmm.
you could do that for 2 months. But then let's say month 3, Wednesday, something go wrong. Somebody die. You lose some way, shape, or form. Your mental's not there, and all
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden you lose 5K. So again, it's like it's getting to a point to where even if you are generally consistent, those major slip ups are few and far between.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that's what would keep a lot of traders again in the position they want to be in. So yeah, I would say I'm good at losses sometimes. I would say over the last year or so, I really have been learning how to try to separate my personal life from the charts, because
Yeah.
I'm one of the ones in a situation with a son, and having issues with his mom, and not being able to see him going to court, stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
and them two was the only people I really did this for. So to
Right.
lose all of that and just have it affect me sometimes, yeah, you gotta you gotta be stoic.
You
You gotta
got
be
to.
stoic.
You got
So
to, man.
yeah,
Dang, bro. Well, one thing I will say, I definitely hope a lot of things do get better. On your personal side, when it comes down to all the nitty gritty stuff.
yeah,
But just know this, man. The strong survive. And you will
sure,
survive. You will survive. You made it this far. You
yeah,
know, and I say the same thing about myself, regardless of my situations that I'm going through. Like, man, I made it this far. Like, man, what? Like that saying that they say, "What don't kill you, but make you
make you
stronger."
stronger.
Man, that's facts. I'm still here standing. Still here.
Yes,
So,
sir.
but that's wild. So, just out of curiosity, right? And it's just on the topic of money management that I was hearing you speak about. Are you a stop loss guy or not?
You got to have a stop loss in trading, especially in the forex market.
I feel you.
Having not having a stop loss is like it's like jumping off a plane with no parachute.
Facts.
Um, you could lose everything in one single trade, especially with I trade US 30. So if you end up on the wrong side of the market and you don't have a stop loss, I know guys that trade heavy with heavy stop losses, or with that. Not only do I use a stop loss, I kind of that's kind of how my chat grew. With indices in general, most people are using a 600 to 700 pip stop loss, some well over into the thousands. I use 400 pips or less on 90% of my trades. So that's what enticed people to even join my group. When I said I grew a chat from word of mouth, it was because of how tight my risk is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our risk to reward on average is 1 to 3, which means whatever you risk, you're on average going to make 3 times that every single time we win. And we win at over a 70% clip over the last 2 years. So statistically speaking, if you just followed that, you didn't have any user error, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. I
No
helped.
question.
I had my group is come close to 400,000 in payouts from prop firms. Over the last year and a half or so. So
So y'all
that's
really didn't. You really didn't became a prop firm nightmare.
some of them have come and gone, and that's why I say some of them have come, some of them
Yeah.
stopped paying us out, some of them closed down. Um, some of them have moved on and stopped accepting new U.S. clients. So
Mm.
I got my ear in the prop firm space almost all the time, because I gotta be able to refer people,
Right.
to somewhere that's not gonna do them dirty.
No question. No question. Dang,
I
bro.
know some people. I will say though that stop loss, man. When you come into the actual trading space, I've known some people with $50,000 liquid in accounts, and them
Whew.
accounts be gone in a month or two because they don't want to close those trades up. They don't want to close them up, and the name of the game is always going to be risk to reward.
Facts.
Um, So whatever you risk, good traders make double that. Great traders you can see make 3 to 4 times that. But you always want to be losing more than you always want to be risking less than your profit or what you hope to gain off a trade. So when you
Facts.
take that SL off, uh, if you average, if one day, let's say I like to risk $300 per trade, and I
Mm-hmm.
know on average I'm gonna hit close to 1,000. I'm gonna hit close to a band. So I do that for a week straight. I make 1,000 Monday, 1,000 Tuesday. Let's say Wednesday I lose my $300. I lose a trade, so now I'm up 1,700 on a week. Let's say I don't trade Thursday and I come out and smack 1,000 Friday. I'm up 3,700 on a week. I won 3 trades and lost one. Now let's just say Monday for some odd reason I say forget my risk. I'm going with no SL. And Monday I open up that trade and it goes against me 300, 600, 900, 1,200. Now I'm mad, so I'm really not gonna put an SL. Just praying to God it come back. When you at when you at 30, you can very well wake up in the morning and be negative $5,000. Depending on what age you're willing to do. So now a whole week of consistent profit because you took your SL off is gone in one trade.
In one
So
trade.
yeah, now that
Woo.
SL is like your seatbelt, man.
Yeah,
It's there to
need that
protect you. It's
seatbelt.
there to protect you.
No question. No question. So I'm hearing you talk, and I hear you say 400 pip stop loss.
Yeah, which is equivalent to 40 points on a forex pair.
Okay, so you're more of an intraday, not a scalper.
Yeah, intraday for
Yeah,
sure.
40 points. That ain't a whole lot, but that's a nice. That's more than what I'm usually thinking about. You know what I'm saying? But
With
40.
30 though, you gotta think about it like this. We're using a 400 pip of stop loss. Last week, I say from Thursday to Friday, 30 dropped 14,000 pips.
Mm,
So 14,000 pips. US 30's daily volume profile is on average at least 3,000 to 4,000 pips per day. Last week it was an exception because of a lot of news, but when you think about catching 1,000 pips or your risk to if you catching 1,000 pips or 1,500 pips on average, then 400 pips becomes pretty low because 4, 8, 12, 15. That's a 1 to 4. 1 to 3, 1 to 4 at hitting your target. So
yeah,
the it's not really about the size of the SL. It's really like it comes down to risk to reward for the most part. Because hey, if I tell you, hey, you got say you got 10,000 in an account, and I can say, hey, this trade is a 400 pip SL. You risk $400, but we aiming for 2,000 pips. You risking 400 for 2,000. That sounds like a good trade. 4,000, even 400, 4,000. Consistently.
yeah,
Um, but then also you could risk 10 cents a pip to where the 400 pip SL only cost you $40, and
yeah.
then we hit 100 points, you make 100.
Right,
1,500
right.
points. So
I
yeah,
think
you can
I
manage the risk now.
Yeah, I think what I'm doing right. I think I'm getting something confused because
Hmm.
I'm familiar with it. I got like a little chart that shows the equivalent in pips and ticks when you're dealing with different markets. But
Yeah.
something in my mind ain't clicking. But what you're saying is starting to make it come back around to where it's definitely making sense. So yeah, you're right. You're right. I never said you was wrong. First off,
Yeah, nah, yeah.
never said you was
Indices
wrong.
confuse people
Yeah.
because the contract sizes are different. So when I say
Mm-hmm.
400 pips, that basically means 40. It means 40 points or 40 pips. Like if we get in a trade where we risk 300 pips, that's equivalent to 30 points or 30 pips on a regular pair, which is standard for most pairs, 30 points or so. It's just with indices specifically, I always compare it to like it's like the Ferrari you're trading, the
Mm-hmm.
NASCAR trading. You
Mm-hmm.
got the Nissan, you got Hondas, you got your little Hellcats, and then you got those, them exotic whips that some people can't even drive. They so fast.
Right.
Might be scared to get behind that wheel.
No
That's
question.
30. 30.
Yeah.
That's 30.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
So, would you consider yourself as a? Because I know you saying you're dealing with these indices,
Mhm.
and one thing, I know I'm gonna let you answer this. I'm gonna let you answer this. Are you more of a technical analysis or a fundamental type guy?
You gotta have a little bit of both. So one
Got
thing
to.
about indices is it changes delivery states sometimes. If the market is economically driven, or
Mm-hmm.
Trump saying something or something super positive happening, then the technicals will be there, but you're going to see a lot more breaks and structures because price is trying to get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have an influx of volume that may or may not respect every little thing because it's actually being driven by something else. But for the most part, I would say technicals make all the difference in the world. Technicals put you in the moves before they start. Like we be in moves
Oh,
before the newspapers print.
that's
Oh,
deep.
Dow drops 300 points. Yeah, we have 300 points. We got
You
in
are
from
exactly.
origin.
Dang,
So
that's deep. You say that because a lot of times I'll look at the chart before the news even hit, and I have
mhm,
a good idea on, you know what, I can see this doing such and such. Go back
yeah,
after news hit, it did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. I don't know if it was luck, but I would definitely say analysis for some odd reason. If you're analyzing it right, it'll have you on point, man. It'll definitely have you on point. But news will still have that thing. A tweet, I had that thing
yeah.
doing whatever it wants
And
to
one
do.
thing,
That's
yeah,
it.
facts. Yeah, and one thing about the market, and it's something that I think a lot of people are getting more and more aware of. A lot of the movement is programmed. It is a sort of an algorithm a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
If they have an idea that news might be negative, the market will naturally like line up into like a bearish spot to would be the perfect place for it to sell off.
That's
Same
deep.
thing if it's bullish.
Yeah.
Same thing for if it's bullish. Like they price these things in, like bankers, the people that actually move the
Yeah.
market. They kind of have an idea, so they price these moves in.
Right.
Um, and
and
so
and these
yeah,
are
both.
people. And my bad, I hate to cut you off, my bad,
You
but these
good.
are people that, just for the ones that don't know, they're looking months, I'm talking about 6+ months ahead of the game on what's happening. That's how
Moving,
it go. I know that's how it go,
moving
man.
millions.
What, we just in there trying to get what we can get for the time being, but they're hedging, and like I said, they're looking months ahead, way more than what the heck we looking at. So it's like they know what the
So,
move is gonna be.
so the U.S. stock market turns over about $7 trillion every single day globally. So when you
Seven
think about
trillion.
$7 trillion coming from hand to hand, exchanging hands globally on a daily basis,
Right.
you think you don't think it's like a system behind that, or you think it's arbitrary? Like, nah, it's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff where they already understand where price should go, where it's coming from, where they want to take it to, all that. And as retail traders, we just trying to get a little piece of the pie.
That's
We
it.
just trying to get a little piece of the pie.
Just give me a little bit. Just a little
Yeah.
bit. That's all I want. Just a little bit, man.
So, thanks.
But dang, man, you just got my mind all over the place, right? Let me turn this air conditioning off. My bad.
Yeah, you good.
But
Said 7 trillion.
yeah, I know, right? But hold on, I think forex is in the billions though. Nah, I might be stretching that one. I forgot. I read a book called Forex Conquered, and
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, the global stock markets include forex too. So, like globally, as far as like trading
okay,
in general, is 7 trillion. I think yeah, forex. I think forex itself is in the billions, but it's up there, higher than I could count.
right? You ain't even gonna lie. Just I, it's so high. It's like, all right, whatever. They got that, but let me get mine. Let me get this little piece, man. For real. So one thing I love that I'm hearing from you, right, is that you do have a community.
Yes, sir.
And one thing I can say is me sitting here hearing you speak, those people are blessed. From what I'm hearing from you talk right now, I can tell you know what you know. You know? So, man, those people are blessed. That's one thing I will say. So, where okay, I see your handles. Order Flow is King on TikTok and R2R US 30 snipers. That's Instagram. I'm
Yes,
gonna be
sir.
honest with you. I done been to your TikTok, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and go to that Instagram and check you out, man, and give
Yeah, yeah.
people like anytime somebody asks me something, you definitely gonna be in my top five. And I say top five because I don't like to put nobody over anybody, nothing
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But I do have a couple people where I be like, you know what, you want to learn? I do binary. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do more binary than anything, but If you trying to learn the other way of trading, spot trading, or there's so many different ways they
Hmm.
call the that form of trading. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ask you now, what form of trading is that? I call it spot trading.
Oh, I think the standard term is just day trading.
Just regular
You're
day
not.
trading.
Yeah, you have scalpers, you have day traders, and you have swing traders in the forex space.
Right.
So scalpers are them people that kind of just, man, let me get in for a quick minute and close. Let
No
me just
question.
you try to catch a little, a little.
Mm-hmm.
Day traders, you more so are positioning yourself for intraday movements.
Yeah.
Where is price at 8 a.m.? Where is it going to be around 9:30? Boom, maybe an hour, hour and a half. Okay, if I'm in this move at 9, what do I think price would be after lunch? Um, and when you at 30, you can end up, in very good trades in 15, 10 minutes sometimes, depending on where you're in at. So it's a combination of that. And then swing traders are more so trading on a weekly basis. Okay, I'm in this move Monday. I want to be here by Wednesday. Or if I'm
Mm-hmm.
in here Wednesday, I want to be here by Friday. So,
Right. Right.
but the general term for what a majority of people do, because swing trading, I'm not going to lie, you got to have a lot of capital for it because your fluctuations are going to be
Right.
massive. And the fluctuations swing traders suffer are going to be more than what regular people can bear because they're going to be wanting to take that money. Swing traders might be profiting, I don't know, a $25,000 trade just to put it a median term. If you're in the trade and it's up 10 bands, you taking it. I'm not waiting for 20 bands. I need my 10 bands, like, because if you're waiting on 25 bands, that 10 may come back down to zero. And then
Facts.
overnight, you might be negative 3K again, but you
Facts.
risking 15K. And then
Facts.
it go back up to 10 and 12 and 13. And again, it's all predicated on risk to reward. So it does you no good to cut your trade short because if you take 10K today, but you risking 25K across the board every trade, what if you lose tomorrow? Now you're
Yeah.
down 15K. So a swing trader takes a lot more patience than what an average day trader can afford to or is
Right.
willing to because I'd rather make 5K, 3 or 4 times a week on different trades than,
Right.
be up 5K and see it go back to zero ever. Because I'll be like, bro, yeah. So,
It
yeah,
makes
those are
sense.
the three. Yeah.
Yeah. So check this out, right? I hate to even cut this short, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I do. But just due to because this being the age where everybody has
Attention
short term
span.
attention spans, yeah, man, I hate to even do this, but I
We got some good
hope.
chat in, man.
Oh yeah, no question. And I'm be honest with you, I learned a lot as somebody who's been studying for 7 years. Like, man, I get my story. You know what I'm saying? I was locked up for like 11 years at the age of 22. So when I come out, no, 3 years before I got out, I was studying. I was paper trading, like literally paper trading. Like I got calculator, color
Hmm.
pencils, and graph paper. You give me the open, high, low, close, and I'm coming up with indicators, uh, fibs to support and resistance, all with math, all with math. But excuse me, my bad. But just the 4 years, almost five that I've been out, man, the stuff that the stuff that you have said, man, I ain't never even thought about even trying to learn it. But it's good to hear you say it because it's a lot of stuff that everybody overlooks when they're trying to get into trading. You know,
Hmm.
they overlook a lot of that stuff, man. You just dropped a whole lot of games. So I hope that in the future we can definitely get together, do a part two, and man, and hopefully draw some people your way, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, I had to say you may be the first one that actually has a community. You're the first one that I know of that has a community. Matter of fact, how deep is your community? How strong is it?
Now we about 55 deep.
Hey, you
We
don't need a
leveled
lot of
up
people.
about 55. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a
you don't
ton.
need. Yeah, you don't need a lot of people, just the right people. You know.
Yeah.
So, but if you ask me, that's 55 people that's serious. You know.
And I think that's why just to like wrap it up, like what you said with them being blessed, I think because this is kind of consumed. I mean, I've learned more trading than I did in college. I mean, let me just keep
Mm,
a spade a spade. I've seen more, so I feel like it gave me a nice spirit of discernment, which I have conviction when I talk to people about this because I know what it costs. I've seen people come and go. I've seen a lot of people come and go.
Mm,
Um, and at the end of the day, I always leave people with this is not for everybody. Like people compare trading to gambling, and I
mm,
say, bro, no, you have better odds gambling. You actually have better odds making money gambling than you do
mm,
trading. That's how much more intentional trading actually is. So I tell people right away, man, if you don't come in with the mindset of I want to build a foundation, I'm about to be introspective with myself, build the man in the mirror character wise so that I can follow rules and remain disciplined. You might as well just take every dollar you want to trade with and go to the casino
mm.
because you'll be better off. And I lead with that, and I feel like that's why people have, sort of been like, "Oh, no, you for real?" Because I'm not finna sell you nothing. I can't do it, because I know what happened when I got sold that dream.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of pain came behind that. So
You just helped me look at that oh my gosh. You just helped me look at that in a different way. Cause usually I tell people, nah, this is not gambling. I'm taking calculated steps.
hmm
But when you have that aspect of dealing with yourself, see, when you gambling, you just 7-Eleven, crapped out, or you won. One of the two. With trading, it's like your mental, all that is gonna make your odds of it's either greater, it's gonna make your odds greater of winning or greater to a loss if it's not in the right place, man. But
it's
dang,
you
that's deep.
versus you,
It's you
you
versus you.
versus you.
But man, so check dig, right? I want to thank you for taking your time. And man, just know I definitely took it serious and I did learn something from this.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
do me one favor though, man. Let the people know where they can meet you. I know they can see it on the screen, but they need to hear it from the man himself. Where can they reach you at?
Yeah, so if you're on Instagram, my Instagram is R2R dot US30 snipers. And if you want to talk to me personally, I mean, you can hit my DM here, or there's a link in my bio. It connects you to our free Telegram channel, and you can reach out to me on there. And you can also see some of the results of our channel over the last, couple years. Everything been put in there and documented. So those are the three main ways, and I'm always open. I'm not one of them people that try to stand above people. I'm one of them people. I'm like right now in
Facts.
the journey with you. So
Facts. Hey, is the Telegram connected to your handles that we have up here, which is the Order Flow is King TikTok and R2R.US30 snipers?
yes, sir. On my
Okay,
TikTok, should be a little blue link on my right in my bio that take you straight to Telegram, and that'll
got you,
kind of give you the door into our community. So
got you. Man, yeah, I definitely want to thank you, and I feel like it's a real blessing. So that I'm coming off of a blown account right now, so as soon as I do get ready to go back in, honestly, off this talk right here that we just had, and all the other stuff I've been watching today, is really helping me go back with a better mindset on how to really treat my account, man. It really is.
yes,
On
sir.
like the young boys say, on guard. You know what
Thanks.
I'm saying?
And
But
one word of advice
please.
I might give to you is if you can add day trading to your portfolio,
Mm-hmm.
it might significantly help. Because I'm not an expert in the option space, but I know options. It's a set timer. You in the trade, whether it's 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But from my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, you're always hoping to get a little less than 1 to 1. So if I got 500 in my account, I'm risking $90 for maybe an $82 payout or $80 payout,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to hit consecutive wins in order to, in trading, you might risk $40 one day and come up 200, 300,
You right.
400.
You right.
So it's
So
worth looking into a little bit to. Trump say the right thing at the right time. You in a position that you risk $50 on, and boom, you up 1,000. The
real
market
talk.
just, and you like,
Real talk.
dang, I just risked 44,000.
That's
So
real
yeah.
talk. But I'm definitely considering adding that into my repertoire. I will say that. So
Yes, sir.
man, so
And
check.
congratulations, dog. I know you say you did some time, but the fact you coming out and trying to be better, and it just
Oh no question.
it's a testament to you. It's a testament to you and everything else. Because we could get into a whole nother conversation about the pitfalls of the black community and
Come on,
things
man.
like that.
Come on
our
now.
culture and stuff. But the fact that you came out on the other side, God got a plan for you. So it may not have been good, but He can use it for good. So
You dig? That's
yes,
real
sir.
talk. And that's a hell of a man. Let me go ahead and end this thing here, man, because I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
yeah, yeah.
we'll get deep. Nah, we would definitely
Yes,
get deep.
sir.
But look, y'all, check it out. I want to thank y'all for paying attention, taking your time out to hear from my man Sam, man. I hope you got some up out of this. I know I did. I still got chill bumps right now. Anytime I hear that good enlightenment, or let me better word this. Excuse my lack of public speaking skills, but whenever I hear some words of wisdom, man, and I feel it, man, I get them goosebumps. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely hope y'all got something out of this, just like I did, man. Hey, thank you for watching TST, the struggling trader. And who is the struggling trader? Me, of course. So I'm gonna end it with that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff, man. And make sure y'all hit my man's up on his Instagram, TikTok, all of that good stuff. All right. So man, I'm gonna leave it there and go ahead and do this. See, as y'all know, I'm a brand new podcaster, so I'm trying to look at. There it go. Stream ending. Boom.